Hi there. Welcome to day 5 of this 21-day Pilates series. So we're finding your strength in this, right? So we worked with some props to help with your breath, help to find those muscles in your center, and then get in touch with the seat and hamstring and the hip area. So let's see how we do without our props. See if you can find those muscles, and see if any of those days before have helped get you here. But we're going to do a little bit more of a flow today. Okay. So you don't need anything, just you. Come join me. Many of my clients like to warm up a little bit before we get into the flow. So let's take our feet and push them together, and you have a nice wide diamond. It's not in here like a yoga pose. We're just sort of have a nice open diamond, so we can just open our hips, sitting right on top of the sitting bone, sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, and just start to breathe. We're going to inhale in through the nose, exhale out through the mouth or the nose. And the key is we're breathing from our center, not from our nostrils, right? Try to get that 360-degree breath that we worked on the first day. Right, imagine the ball pressing into the side ribs. We did it in the chest, we did it in the back. So can you find those points and really open them up? On our next exhale, let's just sort of pull the center back like we've been working. And remember, we don't want to collapse into it. We're just drawing ourselves back to really get in touch with those abdominal muscles. And then we're just going to dive it over. And then we continue to take it over, and you can allow yourself to like kind of fall a little bit here. And then we roll it up through the spine, dive it back. And then just allow your body to dive over, let it release, and roll it up. And now let's open our chest. Breathe in, breathe out. Using the hands on the shins to help open the chest forward. And breathe out. And then just reach your arms upward towards the ceiling. Stretch it on up. And then as those arms lower, we're going to pull our legs together as you dive forward. And then continue to roll it all the way back. Sorry, I said dive forward and then dive back. All right, so hopefully you're just a little bit warmed up in the spine and in the hips. We're going to bend our legs here, get ourselves ready for some hip rolls. So just rolling the hips towards you as you lift up. We'll do this 3 times. Just again, warming up through the spine. 2 more. Pushing into those feet nice and equally. And 1 more time. And then just squeeze those feet together. Take an inhale here as you find your center. Breathe into it. And on your exhale, just hover those feet maybe an inch off the mat without letting your low back lift up, without pooching those abdominals. And then bring it down. Scoot those feet a little bit more. Take an inhale, find your center. Open up the ribs in the back. Exhale. Hover those feet an inch off the mat. Gets a little bit more challenging the further away your feet go. Lower those feet. You can keep your feet where they are if you want the final challenge. Go a little bit further away. Again, breathing into the center. We're going to take an inhale here. And exhale. And then continue to pull in as we just stretch it into us. And you can rock back and forth. Good. Click those heels together as you pull the knees into your armpits. Take a giant inhale, breathing into the center, into your back and ribs. And use that to help lift you up and start to pump those arms. We're going to breathe in, breathe out. Just like you've been breathing. And now take an inhale. And then stretch your legs to where you can keep them out without popping your back. Go high or low, whatever feels good. You can even take those legs on the floor like we've been doing the other 2 days. Go ahead, lower those legs, reaching your arms. We're going to go into our roll up. So we're going to roll up, curl yourself up, pick it up and over. Now squeeze those hips and dive it. 2, 1. Now, if it's too much to do the roll up, what you can do is go back onto your elbows, squeeze those thighs together. And what you want to do is just tap one thigh, tap the other thigh. And you want to try to do that without shifting your weight. Okay. That's going to build the same muscles as we do in the roll up. So choose where you'd like to work. And remember, we got to get into those hip muscles here as we dive it up and over. Next week or the next few sessions, we're going to work the arms on the back. But right now, just trying to keep those arms in the back. We'll feel it more as we work into it in the coming days. And then as we go back, just hug the right thigh in towards your chest, taking it all the way down, stretching that leg up towards the ceiling, 5 circles each way. And again, we want to keep that bottom leg stabilized. Remember, we use the ball to help stabilize that bottom leg. And then you'll do 5 the other way. Circling the femur, not the foot. And then you'll hug it in and we'll switch our sides, stretch it up, and bring that bottom leg. And we'll do it again. Make sure you reverse the direction and then go ahead and hug it in. And we'll hug both legs in. Take an inhale here as you breathe into your upper back. And we'll flex our body up. We're going to do the full ab series. If it's too much, you can always take a rest in the middle. Okay? Pull, 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 pull. Remember, this is more of a flow today. And then both legs in, and we reach both arms and legs and wrap it around. 5 of them. Find your seat and hamstring. Long arms and fingers. And then single straight leg. Pull, pull. Keep those arms on your back. And the femurs pull past each other and stretch up to the ceiling. One more each side. Into double straight leg, reaching those legs away from you from your center, like you have the circle there, right? You reach away. Feel the connection right at those lowest ribs as you stretch those legs away from you. 2 more. And go ahead, hug it in and side to side, up and over. And go ahead, hug it in and bring yourself up into spine stretch forward. Take an inhale, exhale, lift your body up and over. Remember the longest flexion you can make, right? We want to try to stay tall. Keeping those arms on your back. Good. We're going to go into an open leg rocker. Now, if you're not comfortable rolling back, you can just prep this. And just by prepping it, you're working those muscles. So we're going to take ourselves to our toes. Our legs have some distance. And then pull your belly in and find the longest flexion you can as you let those toes lift. All right. So we're not sinking back here. You're very much engaged and you're just drawing that waistband back a little bit. And then I want you to go ahead and try to straighten one leg and grab the front of that leg so you can keep your arm on your back. All right, you feel that. Now feel your seat and hamstring. If you grab behind the leg, it's going to be harder to keep your arm attached to your back. So I want you to keep that arm in the front. You can bend the leg if it's too much to try to straighten, but I want you to try to keep the arm straight. Okay? Hold one straight And see if you can do the other. You can just try to balance and hold, keeping the shoulders down on your back. You can do a little bend and then straighten. You can also just try to keep the toes down and then bring up and balance, okay? So you can try all of that. Keep working there. If you want to try some rolls, keeping the arms on the back, using your seat and hamstrings. You might get stuck. It's all right. About 5 of them. Remember, you're rolling back to the back, not your neck. And then we're going to let those legs go down. Hold ourselves here for some saws. Rotate and dive it up and over. Keep that chest lifting up away from your thighs. Flexing your feet. Bring the legs together. Turn yourself over. And we're going to just do a little bit press of extension. So squeeze your thighs together. Pubic bone down as we stretch our chest forward. So we're pulling our chest forward as our legs anchor, pubic bone anchors. 2 more of these. And then take your hands down to your forehead. Do the same thing. Now your arms are attached to your forehead. You got to anchor more with those legs. You got to reach more in that spine. And now the legs are going to lift with you as you keep your upper body up. And then just try to stay there and breathe. And as you breathe, just start to feel what your body naturally does when it rocks. Maybe give it an extra little rock. And then release. Come up onto your elbows, and we're going to kick, kick. Kick, kick. Pubic bone heavy. Draw that belly deep into you. We got 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Take your body down. Hold your hands, and then just squeeze your thighs together and give me 3 kicks. And then we're going to come up, undo those hands, keep those thumbs pulling towards one another as you come up into extension. Other side, kick it, pubic bone heavy. And it's like you're curling at the femur bone, right? We want to make sure our body doesn't rock and roll. Stay stable. Pull the arms up, attached to your back, and that's what helps lift you. The arms attached to the back lift you. Release it down. Sit your body back. Get a nice good stretch here. And we're going to circle it around. Lie down on your back for some bridge work. Legs about sit bone distant apart as we roll the hips up. And let's just do some marching here. So as you're on your upper mid back, we're just going to march in place here. Keeping the hips where they are. Just lifting those feet a little bit. 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. Roll it back down. We're just going to do that again. Roll it back up. Anchor that upper body. You're resting on your mid back, really building those muscles as you march it out. And roll it down through the spine. And we're going to turn to one side. So from here, just turning, taking your legs to the front corner, elbow lined up with shoulder, lift up the top leg. And we're just going to pull, back. So remember when we had the ball underneath our rib, what does it feel like if you had an imaginary ball there? How does it help you engage? Trying not to rock and roll the torso. You're doing great. And now we're going to go up and down with it. And flex. 5 of them. Remember, work into your strength. We don't want to collapse into the ribs. Stay long. Good. Hold up. Press back behind you. 5 quick circles. Try not to shimmy your body. And circle the other way. Good. We're going to take that leg, cross it over, hold it in front of you. All right, and just press it out with the hip. Flex your bottom leg and reach it up and lower down. So you're pushing through that arch. And on the third one, hold it up, point your foot, and give me big circles, 3 in each direction. Good. And circle the other way. And release and come down. All right, so from here, we're going to come up onto our arms. So you know that the prep we've done is here, okay? Now I'm up on my arm, so it's a little bit more stabilization on my shoulder. All right, to keep the bottom knee down, we're just gonna come up and same thing that you did before, work that bottom hip and then come on down, okay? The third option is to come up on both feet, okay? So remember, this is power of the pelvis as you lift, pushing into those feet, okay? And push into the feet, stand into them to help lift you up and down. One more time, lift and lower down. Good job. We're gonna go to the other side. Line up with your mat, take it to the front corner. Okay. And then we just anchor the bottom leg to lift. Remember that ball underneath your rib. What do you have to do to get that engagement? And forward, forward, back, back. So we're really trying to reach that leg out of the hip. So it's not so much, okay, let me kick to my chest. You can feel when you do that, you kind of crunch into the abs. I want you to try to reach that leg so far away, but you're keeping your hips where they are and pulse from that. Reach it long. Feel the seat and hamstring help pulse the leg. Stay long in the spine, stay lifted in those ribs. And that's what's going to build strength, those little details. All right, we go up and down. Stretch that top leg longer than your bottom. 2 more. And then we go up, we press it back, 5 quick circles. Good, and we circle the other way. Beautiful. All right, take that leg, cross it over, flex your foot, lift it from your inner thigh, not from the heel. Inner thigh lifts it up. Hold up, point, 3 circles. Get that lift up. And circle the other way. Beautiful. All right, we come up. Remember, you can stay on your elbow and do the preps. You can also do the prep with the bottom knee down, or you can stand in your feet, okay? Shoulder attached to your back. It stays on your back. All right, pelvic lift. Power to the pelvis, baby. Lift. Good. Lift. All right, you got one more. Push into those feet. Come down. Beautiful. All right. We have our teasers. We've been working on these. All right, let's do rolling down. All right, we'll start with our feet here, reaching the arms long, and then get the feet a little bit further away from you. You don't want them close to the seat. It's better if they're a little further away from you. All right, and then we're just gonna roll up right before you hit your butt bones. I want you to reach the arms up and roll it on back. We come up, reach, and back. Okay, feel free to keep doing those. If you want to try to do legs tabletop or legs reaching, whichever you want, they stay there, the tabletop or the reach, and we roll back, and we come up. Arms up, back, and up. And then our legs stay there as we go down and up, trying to keep your torso where it is. You can. Good. Take it for a little break. You can drop your feet down if you'd like. And then I want the hands to go behind you. All right, now we can, it's like the wider the arms, the more stabilization you're going to have. The closer the hands are, the harder it is because your shoulders are going to feel very tight. So pick where you would like your hands, either wider than the mat or they could be in your mat, whatever you want. You can turn the fingers towards your seat. They can go out to the sides a little. All right, just pick the place where you can really keep those arms on your back, stabilize them, and then take your legs up. And then we take the legs long, okay? And you can just hold, or if you want to try to do some circles with the legs, down and around. You got to do these fast though. Slow as agony. Keep those shoulders on your back. You got 3 each direction. Good. And lower down. You can hate me later, right? Good job. That was awesome. All right, turn it. Let's do a little swimming action here. So opposite arm, opposite leg. We press open that chest and we lower down. Reach that chest forward and bring it down. Keep alternating. You can stay at this, really anchoring the bottom arm and leg to help lift you, or we can go the full swing. Lift up. Chest out of water as you just pull those arms up from your upper arm and breathe. Inner thighs spin up. And release down. Sit it back for a little stretch. Good job. Tuck those toes under. Click those heels together. Straighten those legs and roll it up. We're going to reach those arms up to the ceiling. Circle them around and take it down so the seat doesn't scoot back. You're right over the heels with the seat. 4 walks out. So try not to shimmy too much. Give me 1, 2, 3, land it. Okay, are you in your plank? Land it. Now give me your little hundreds curl. So pull the chin to the chest, scoop the belly, really flex the chest as you lift the hips. Keep curling that spine and walk back 4 counts. 4, just like you did before. 3, 2, when you're at 4, they land right at your feet. Roll it up, circle it around. So try to be as precise as possible. Drop down. 4 walks out. 4. On that 4th one, you land it. No adjustment. Down. Hundreds, curl it in. Curl, scoop, 4 counts. 4, 3, use your abs here. And roll it up. You got 1 more. Circle it around. Now, as you're walking out, keep your head down. Look at your feet. Look at the floor. Trust yourself, and then the head goes last. Curl it, scoop it, like you're doing your ab series. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up and circle it around. Ooh, shake that out. Oh, good job. How'd you do? Feels good, right? A little energizing. Hopefully you feel good in this just sort of classical routine. And hopefully you were able to put some of the things that you did in day 1 through 4. And you can kind of feel those muscles a little bit. It takes practice, so no worries. I didn't want you to overthink anything too much today. I really just wanted to get you moving. So hopefully you feel good. You finished day 5. Yay! All right, so I'll just see you for day 6. If you're doing this live with me, we're taking the weekends off. That's a time for you to catch up and anything that you missed and replay what you loved, okay? And if you're doing this live, I'll be back on Monday, okay, for day 6, of course. I'll see ya. Take care. Good girl. Oh, you're such a good girl. Oh, thank you. Is it really? Good. I hope not. I have so much work to do. Why? Yeah. Okay, show me proof.